Hi guys, and welcome to the second episode of Padurday. So today we've got a really simple exercise that's great for developing control and speed with your fingers and wrists. And the nice thing is it's easy to learn, but it's very hard to master, which is why I think simple doesn't necessarily mean easy. So this is a 4-bar phrase and it only contains single strokes and double strokes. So that's why it's quite simple, because it doesn't take a lot to learn. There's no crazy 5/8 signatures or crazy paradiddle-diddle-diddles or anything. It's just single strokes and double strokes. So the first 2 bars are very easy. All you're going to be doing is playing eighth notes in both bars, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing eighth notes in the first bar just with our right hands. We're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we do the exact same thing in the second bar just with our left hand. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and with our left hand. So we're basically doing 8 strokes on each hand played as eighth notes, and that gives us 2 bars of music. So the second 2 bars are a bit more complicated in that we go from eighth notes to 16th notes. Whoa, very complicated stuff. So we're going, instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we're going 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So what we're doing in bar 3 of the exercise is we're going to be playing single stroke rolls, just as 16th notes, pretty simple. Just leading with your right hand. And then the final bar is the same thing, just played as double strokes. So each bar is just eighth notes with the right hand, eighth notes with the left hand, then single stroke rolls is 16th notes, and then double stroke rolls is 16th notes. And you just repeat that. So this is a great exercise for if you're just starting out and you want to build up your hand speed, and just take it slow if that's the case. But if you're a more advanced player, you can actually start to use a bit more finger technique, especially when it starts to do the 16th notes in the second part of the exercise. So it's a nice thing, just take it slow, and you'll see that it is actually quite hard when you push up the tempo, especially if you're doing like 200 BPM and stuff. It starts to get really hard. And what you want to be looking for and listening for is really nice consistent sound between both hands. So you're doing the eighth notes on the right hand, the eighth notes on the left hand. They should sound very similar, if not the same. You might get some different sounds from the different tonalities of the drumsticks, but look for stick height and make sure you're very equal in stick height. And that goes the same for when you're doing the single stroke roll and the double stroke roll. You should be making sure that when you're playing that single stroke roll and then into the double stroke roll, there shouldn't be much change in sound. There can be a little bit, obviously, because they're not the same patterns, but try and make it really consistent and fluid between these 2 different things. So what I'll do is I'll play it at a slow tempo, and then I'll bump it up to a very high tempo as well, so you can get an idea of where it can go. As usual, these kind of exercises are great for developing your hands, and then what you can do is you can use that development to apply it to the kit, and you'll have much faster and cleaner double strokes, and you'll have nice eighth notes. And the good thing is, because you're working that left hand of the eighth notes, you can start to do really nice ghost notes as well once you get that control in the fingers. So have some fun with that and take care.